Everyone has experienced death in their life, whether it's the death of a loved one, whether it was a parent, a friend with 4 legs or 2. Everyone goes through it. If you go back and you think to a death that hit you very hard, how did you react to it? Did you keep in your feelings, or did you express them? If you left your feelings on the inside, how did it affect you? Did you notice that your personality was changing? Did you stop smiling? Maybe stop laughing? Did you become depressed? Did you maybe even so much so that you wanted to hurt yourself, maybe even kill yourself? Well, all of these, if you said yes, can result in a mental illness due to the fact that you're trying to accept the death. So people who are accepting death sometimes go through these mental illnesses which range from financial instability all the way to depression and even suicide in some matters. And what we need to do as a whole, we need to start considering the accepting death process as a mental illness to help create a safer environment for these people who are grieving and the people around them. So if we continue to ignore this fact, that more people are going to get hurt. So some effects that the mental illness have on the accepting death process on a person is things like anxiety disorder, eating disorders, depression, and suicide can all occur. And this affects not just only the person that's going through, but the people around them. Their personalities can lead to lashing out at people for no reason and making hasty decisions that could hurt themselves and others around them. For example, substance abuse. If people go out and start drinking so much so after the death of a loved one, then they're going to go out and drive after, then they could kill themselves and others, maybe in a collision. And studies have shown that when people go through this and go through a professional like a psychiatrist in the early stages of death, then these mental illnesses don't really happen as much. People are letting out their feelings instead of keeping them in, so much so that it's basically destroying their life, just like a mental illness is. And when they get help, then this doesn't happen. So if we start helping these people more, then we will ultimately lead to a safer environment for people who are grieving. This affects me personally because 6 years ago my grandma passed away, and because of this I held in a lot of my grief, and over the years it started building and building, and overall I became extremely depressed, and it really affected my personality. I didn't talk, I didn't do anything like that, and I really hated myself for the way it was. And I know for a fact that if I would have went and got help from a psychiatrist or something, like a professional to help me get through this, and if I would have talked out my feelings to a professional, then this wouldn't have happened and I wouldn't have gone through such a dark phase. So if we start considering this accepting death process as a mental illness and getting people help that they need, then we can overall change the environment and make it a safer, healthier place for people to live.